Hello. Hey, Daisy Joe. I'm so used to doing it in the chat. I forgot that I could just say that loud. Okay, Erica, if you're comfortable being a managing mod, then that's what I'll do. I just didn't know which one. I gave myself an echo there. I have to go over to YouTube to make my mods. I can't find a way to do it in StreamYard. I don't know that you can. Are you blue, Erica? I just went to Discord and told everybody that I was live. Hopefully, I get some people in here. I mean, I don't have anything in particular, but I just figured we could continue chatting. And I put the link in there. I don't know if it's pinned at the top or not. I don't really know how to do that. Um, but I did put the link up there. If anybody wants to come up on panel with me, you're more than welcome to do that. Um, it takes a while to get used to talking on these lives because even though there's people in chat, it feels like you're talking to yourself sometimes. I'm gonna put my link in the link room here on in Discord. Give me just a second. So, what do y'all think about everything that's been going on lately on these crazy YouTube streets? One thing that I commented on the other day, I was in Mama T's chat, and I had called Robin a racist, and she was like, "No, now be careful how you say that. I don't believe that. Robin is a racist. So I thought about it for a second, and I thought, well, I said, well, let me say it this way. The words that she used that day to that person were perceived as being racist. And if I knew that I made somebody feel that way, I would apologize for making them feel that way. You don't have to admit that you're a racist. You don't even have to admit that they were racist type comments. You could just apologize for making them feel that way. Because either way, the things that she said were hurtful and were untrue. It would be different if the things she said were true, but they weren't. Um, So I reworded it, and that's what I said. I said, well, the words that she used that day were perceived as being racial, and if I thought that I made someone feel that way, I would just go ahead and apologize. Of course, it didn't get a response because when you talk with any kind of sense in those chats, you don't get responded to. You say something completely off the wall, although highlight that and talk about it for 30 minutes, but you say something that's got a little bit of meaning or feeling behind it, and that gets skipped over, you know. Um, I've noticed that in quite a few chats. And not only with my own comments, but other people. I don't comment a whole lot, but I watch, and I've noticed that a lot. If I felt like I made anybody feel any type of way, I would apologize. Hey, I was mad. I said things I shouldn't have, and I'm sorry for that. That's all she has to say, and it would be done. But I don't think she wants it to be done because she wants to be relevant so bad that she keeps bringing it up and bringing it up. You know. Hey, Danny, it's good to see you too. How are you doing? I don't think I've seen you around in a while. I can't remember whose chat I know you from. Do you come into the stand? Is that where I know you from? Oh, you used to. Okay. I was just trying to place where I knew you from. My mind, sometimes with the chemo and everything, it keeps my mind jumbled up. But I'm glad to have you here. We'd like to have you back at the stand. You said you used to. You're more than welcome to join us anytime. You're more than welcome in here anytime. I'm going to start doing more lives. I kind of slacked off on it in the last little bit, but I'm starting to feel better, and I'm going to try to get my subscriber count and my watch hours up. Oh, never going to happen. You'll never with coming back to the stand. Okay, that's fine. We don't all have to have the same opinions in here as long as everybody's respectful. You don't have to be a part of the stand to be here. Hey, Curiosity, how are you? And again, I had the link. Can somebody tell me, is the link pinned to the top? Because if it's not, I don't know how to do it. No. You must not be able to do it from StreamYard. That must be something that you do through YouTube. Let me check here. Let's see. Oh, wrong thing. There's the link. Man, this stupid heart thing's in the way. Can I get a couple comments so mine will go up a little bit? Thank you. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Pin message. There's so much stuff that you have to do from YouTube and so much stuff that you have to do through StreamYard. So you kind of have to work both of them at the same time. That's something I'm going to have to get used to. Now, is it pinned to the top? Yeah, it blocks the three little dots. I really hate that. All right. So now I know you have to go into YouTube to pin things. And another thing, I feel like this word, this doxing word, I mean, it's always been here, around YouTube, but I think people are throwing it around a little too willy nilly. Um, you know, if somebody says a first name, I mean, I don't know if that's doxing or not. To me, doxing is something that would allow somebody to physically find you or electronically find you specifically. There may be a million people with your same name, even if they say it related to you, even if they say curiosity is blank, and they only say a first name. Well, I don't know if that's doxing or not. I mean, you may feel differently, but to me, there's not much that somebody could do with that. I mean, if we look at it that way, we dox ourselves every time we list our email address because, you, to my knowledge, on those sites, the sites that people pay for, you can search using an email address and it will bring back results, and if you have that email registered in your real information, that's going to bring that back. Hey, Jimbo, glad you made it home. Give me just a second, guys. I've got to open my door for the dog. Go inside. Go inside. All right. So, what do you guys think on that subject of doxing? Do you think that it it should be enough information for someone to be able to look you up? Right. Now, if somebody comes and says E Squared's address is blank, 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 absolutely that's doxing, you know. And, E Squared's first and last name are blank and blank, and which mine has been out there. Nicolina said it. I think it was Trader's second post she ever made was of my Facebook um, on her channel. Now, I did email her and she took it down. But that's how long my information's been out there. And I really did it to myself because when I put my PayPal and my Cash App out there, anybody who went to even send $1, it shows my first and my last name. So, I kind of did that to myself, but that's okay. It is overused, and that's how I started this conversation. Is I think people are throwing that word around willy nilly, and the example I used was, if somebody says Curiosity's first name is Jane, for example, I don't know her first name, so if it's Jane, that was a complete 100% guess. But anyway, they're going to cry they got doxxed when there's a million Janes in the world, But now, if they say her name is Jane Smith, that gives somebody something to work with, And to me, doxing is something that is able to track you down or identify you personally. Um, I don't know that I know who you're talking about, Jimbo. I'll have to think on that one. But like I said, Trader's second, I believe it was her either first, second, or third. It was one of the first 3 videos she ever made on her channel was of my Facebook page. Um, and it showed my first and last name. It showed my profile pic. And another, and I heard her when she was describing how to track somebody the other day. She was giving this big tutorial. She was right about one thing, and it was a big mistake I made for a long time, is my profile pic on Facebook was the same as my profile pic on YouTube. So that is a big no. And I definitely agree there, that you shouldn't do that. So that was a big mistake that I made when I first came in. And there's a lot of people Well, there's still a lot of people that come in under their real names, but there's a lot of people that do that not realizing the dangers of it, or the repercussions of it. And if you've lived a great life and you don't have anything at all to hide, and you know whatever, then maybe you just don't care if they know, because even if they get your address, they're not going to pull up in your driveway. They're just not. um Sorry, I got sidetracked with chat there. But worst they're gonna do is maybe have something sent to you, something embarrassing or something dumb. And if they want to waste their money, I was telling my mom about how they DoorDash people, and she's like, so they spend their own money to DoorDash stupid stuff to people that they supposedly don't like. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's dumb. DoorDash isn't cheap. These stores upcharge everything. Then you got the delivery fees and the tips and everything like that. So it's just dumb that they do that. I don't know where everybody's at. I'm gonna give everybody in Discord a good talking to because they didn't come to my live. They're gonna be in trouble. I posted it in members and I put the link in the link room, and I got 6 people. That's okay though. I would talk to 6 people just like I would 600. Makes it easier to see the chat. Exactly, Leslie. That's why I don't know why they even bother and waste their time looking into people. They just have too much time on their hands. I mean, that's just all there is to it, because they waste so much time digging up all this information for what? Like I said, the person is probably thousands, at least hundreds of miles away in different states. They're not gonna get no plane ticket and rent no car and pull up in nobody's driveway. I mean, they waste money on DoorDash, but I don't think they're gonna waste that kind of money. So I tell you what, last night I've got my dogs. They hate everybody. Like, they will bark their head off. Like, even when my mom comes, I have to put them outside. Well, Thelma came to my house last night, and I was standing at the front door with the screen door open because they don't go out the front, so they're usually really good about that. Well, both of them barged past me. Don't make a peep. Just stand there sniffing on her. One of them jumped up on her, wanting to be petted. The other one just stood there, kind of looking at her. She put her hand on there for him to sniff and let her pet him and everything. Not a peep, not a growl, not a bark, nothing. I was like, wow, she really is the dog whisperer. Like, literally nobody besides myself and my two children can be around these dogs. I agree, Leslie, but it's just ridiculous. They try to dig up something that you've done, even if it was 30, 40, 50 years ago. They're going to make a big huge deal of it, and it's just ridiculous. Just like today, I saw in a chat somebody said Jimbo doesn't have a criminal record. And they're like, oh, but yes, he does. He stole something when he was 18 years old. That's a criminal record. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The man is 50 years old, and you want to tell me about him stealing something when he was 18 years old? That was a misdemeanor. It was small enough to be a misdemeanor. I mean, come on. It's not like he stole a car or a diamond ring. I mean, but they just blow everything out of proportion. Everything. And them digging into, and I still don't know how it was possible because adoption records should not be that easy to find. Um, but the way they did ATIL over her placing her child up for adoption, that was sad. That was too far. I mean, I always think it's too far, but that was way too far. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jimbo. It's not like it was a diamond necklace or a car or something that made you a felon or anything like that. It's ridiculous how big of a deal they make about stuff. When if we were as low as they are to put the time into it, I bet we could find stuff on them as well. But everybody's scared to do it. I'm not saying we're scared. We just don't want to waste our time. But people are scared to do it, I think. A lot of people are. To dig stuff up on them. They've probably dug it up, but they don't want to go public with it because people are afraid of the repercussions. I don't have I have nothing to lose. One of my children is 18. The other one's 16, which is plenty old enough to where, if they did call CPS, they'd probably just be like, okay, he's practically grown. Um, I just don't care anymore, you know? They can get mad at me. They can say whatever they want to say about me. Oh, they've already made a short about the live that you just did. That's ridiculous. I mean, that was like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, it wasn't a Bolt van that he stole. Come on, people. But that's okay because it's Ernie. And he's just got mental health problems. He don't mean it. He don't mean the things he does. Can you say who made the short? I mean, I'm good with you putting it in here if you want to tell us. Oh my gosh, they made it while you were still alive. Now that's somebody with way too much time on their hands. Come on. Well, I'm surprised we haven't had any trolls since I put in the chat that I was going to go live after you. Since now we know they were watching. Nobody wants to come up here and hang out with me? Well, I know you're hanging out with me, but chat vocally with me. Elle Kennedy. Oh, I don't know much about her. I've seen her in some chats and stuff, but oh, SG got her fifis hurt because we said you might be old, but she's ugly. Oh, there's my Leslie. I hate to be like this, but can you show me that it's you? Hello. Okay, I'm gonna add you. Hello, Miss Leslie B.
Hello, Missy. I said I probably should have left my camera on. So she would have known it was me.
I didn't. I hate to be like that, but you just never know these days.
Mm-mm. You're fine, baby. I get it. Woo.
So that's what the short was about. Was about what you said about SG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. Well, you would think you get all that money that you'd go get some braces. I mean, I know braces are expensive, but she had a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. But it was all right for her to sit and talk about my looks and that I'm on dope and how old I look and I'm catfishing with my picture. But because I
Yeah,
told her she should took some of that money and went and had her teeth fixed, and now I'm a horrible person. Mm-hmm.
I missed all that about her saying that about you. I didn't hear that.
She was in Rat's chat. She was
Oh,
saying that in Rat's chat and gave Rat my link to my live and um that's what she was sitting there saying, talking about me and my looks. But it wasn't okay for me to tell her she needed to get her teeth fixed.
hey, Robo Granny. I mean, is it not weird that every day her and traders look more and more alike? No, I'm serious, and I'm not even saying it to be mean. They sometimes that one of them will be on the screen, and I won't know which one it is.
I don't know, maybe they can don't seem like one of them wants to have a boyfriend, so I don't know, maybe they can.
Maybe they can hook up with each other.
Hmm.
Be twinsies.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing
Twinsy
wrong with it.
lovers. No,
Go ahead, girls.
they can be twinsy lovers. No, seriously though, Traders is getting the dark circles under her eyes and everything. It's like they're trying to look like each other. I don't know.
I worry about traders. Seriously, that ain't no kidding, no joking around. I do. I know she suffers with bipolarism and
Mm-hmm.
I think schizophrenia and stuff, and I've seen her like been a long time ago. She got up on somebody's panel and she had just been to the ER, I think, where she had to go get like a shot to calm her her
Manic.
attack down. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell sometimes that she's manic. Like she'll go on live for hours and hours, and then she'll go from hers to Anissa's to Rabbit's, like for for days. Seems
Yeah.
like.
Yep. Yep. And that's not good. I mean, if you truly know that you need to be medicated, then
Yeah, she'll proudly say, "I'm an unmedicated mental health. I have unmedicated mental health issues. And if you're aware that there's a problem, then you should do something to try to fix it.
hmm especially with something like that.
That
Not
gets so
saying
bad. If it's just minor, then I can understand not wanting to be on pills and stuff. But
yes.
if it's so bad that you end up at the hospital or the ER, then
hmm
there's a problem.
Yep. If it's something you can control yourself, then that's understandable. Not wanting to be medicated. But like you just said, if it's something that gets so bad that you're having to go to the ER to get a shot to calm your manic state down, then maybe you need to try to do something about that. You
Yeah.
know,
Hey, Bama.
and
Glad to
I'm
see you.
not trying to talk about her something or saying that she would hurt herself or someone else in a manic state like that, but I mean it's possible. It really is. Some people, not saying her, but some people do when they get in a manic um, state that they tend to black out and don't know what they're doing or what's going on or whatever and truly hurt themselves or hurt somebody.
Hey, Luna. Yeah, and I mean, just staying up that long, even for a person that doesn't have um, manic bipolar, your body needs rest,
Yeah, that'll
and
send you into a manic state, getting like asleep. It will.
yeah, and it makes you crazy. Like it makes you hallucinate. It
Mm-hmm.
uh, makes you crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Miss Terry, where'd Casey go? Where'd Casey go? Oh, did you already win? Oh, Lord. Daggone.
Did they win?
38-4.
All right.
She what? Oh,
And like Anissa falling
I'm
asleep
going to
on the
make her go
live
down there
the
and
other
shoot
night.
some free
If
throws.
you're if
Step her
you're
feet off.
if you're getting to the point that you're so tired and so worn out that you're going to fall asleep while your live is still going, that's a problem too. I mean, I just I don't know. When I seen that and heard that, I was like, that's not good. I can see being so tired you can barely hold your eyes open. But when you get to that point, you say, okay, guys, time to wrap it up. I'm wore out. I just don't understand getting to the point where you just fall out on your own life and don't realize that that's the point that you're getting to so you can shut it down. Hey, Nana Kim. I just saw you sneaking in. If anybody's got anything else they want to talk about or anything they want to add, you're more than welcome to. I'm not, we don't have any sort of agenda tonight. We're just kind of hanging out and chit chatting. Yeah, hit the like button on your way in, or go do it right now, or whatever you want to do. I'm feeling okay. I've been having a little more pain than usual, um, but I'm okay. What are you referring to, Nana Kim, that happened today on Mama T's? I don't know if I watched Mama T today or not. My days all jumbled together sometimes. Oh, I did watch it because I had to put it on 1.5 to catch up because I was afraid she'd delete it.
Sorry, E. I was talking about the ball game.
Oh, you're fine.
She did pretty good.
When Ernie jumped on panel. Oh, while Jimbo was up there, Ernie jumped on panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she probably texted him. I would say, or he was either watching and saw Jimbo being up there, or she texted him and said, "Hey, Jimbo's up here. Here's the link." You know, because she had to send him the link. Well, Erica's chat is glitching. Is anybody else having trouble with the chat?
I know Paisley was the other day,
I don't
the other
know that
night.
I don't know that there's anything on my end
I don't think it
that
is.
I could do. Yeah, it's
I don't think
dirty.
so.
It is dirty, Nana Kim, but that's how they play. They play dirty. They think it's entertainment. They think it's funny, and she's just all about them views. She knew once word got around, oh, Ernie and Jimbo are both on panel. People would come and watch it. When it comes to Mama T, that's all it's about. And she's not going to take that offer about looking into that case. That's a that case is a huge undertaking, and she don't research anything. And what I'm referring to is the what Chase and Justice had said to her, you know, about if she could do some research on that case, that she would turn over all the information that she had to Mama T and and let her do a show on it. But she's not going to do that. She said not too long ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm going to go through and delete every single drama video on my whole channel. I'm going to do nothing but cases. Yeah, okay. I think the only case she's ever really done was a little girl that had already been found like 2 years ago. Come on, how do you not know that? All it would take is one Google search of the person's name and it would say that they were found.
She did that a couple of times about kids that had already been found. And me telling her, texting her, take that down. That kid's already been found, even including the one that you're talking about. Me text her and say, that, stop. They've already found that kid. Bye.
That could have been it too, Bama. No, she's too scatterbrained, Anna Kim, and like I said, she does no research on her own. She believes everything her chat tells her, and she'll say it out loud. And then when you confront her about it, she'll say, "Well, I didn't say that. I was reading something from chat." Well, you read it to yourself before you read it out loud. I mean, come on. I haven't done YouTube that much, and that even I know that. You read the comment to yourself before you ever read it out loud. I mean, it could say anything. Yeah, I know, Erica. Everything is turned around on Jimbo. Jimbo's always the bad guy. No, she's not capable of doing cases at all. Absolutely not. She's not willing or able to put the time in. She just wants to pick up her phone, hit that go live button, and see where it takes her. I mean, that's it. And she'll have videos that she says she planned on playing, but she don't have them uploaded. And I'm like, why would you not get all that stuff ready before you go live? You know, you can go in the studio and upload videos, even play videos, screen them, whatever, before you ever go live. But no, everybody has to sit and wait while she does that. And then she'll upload something and she'll be like, you'll wait 10 minutes and then she'll be like, whoops, wrong video. It's just ridiculous. I don't want to sound like SG here, but I don't see how she pulls the numbers she does either. She's a complete scatterbrain. I agree, Nana Kim. She does need help. She needs a mentor, but Tara is not it. What Mama T needs is somebody that's been on YouTube for a while, but nobody's going to take her seriously. She's already ruined her reputation. Well, she can't ever get anything to download, and then when it does download, it's the wrong thing. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Or she'll play the same video 5 times and be like, "Well, I think this is it," and it's the same one she just played, and I'm like, "Can you not see what you're clicking on? Can you not see that it has the same title or the same picture? You feel sorry for Mama T? Tell me a little bit about that, Nana Kim. In what way? And I'm not arguing, I'm curious at what angle you're looking at here. Yeah, Bama, I think she's infatuated with him. I mean, I don't know if she's in love with him per se, but I think she's infatuated with him, and she thinks, if, especially with her and Butch broke up, supposedly broke up now. I think she thinks that if she sticks by him long enough, that maybe she'll have a chance. I don't think she has any type of mental deficiency. No, I mean, you're entitled to that opinion, but I do not agree. I know she can. She's scatterbrained. That's the term I always heard, but I don't think she has any type of mental deficiency, like diagnosable. But I'm not a doctor. I could be wrong, but I I just don't see it. Because she's manipulative, and I've seen her, and people that have a low IQ don't know how to manipulate and wiggle things around, to their liking and things like that. I'm not saying she's smart, but I don't think she has a mental handicap. Well, that's true, uh, Jimbo. That's true. I'm sitting here thinking about that. That's true. Yeah, I think it's more uneducated for Mama T. Okay, I mean, it might be low, but not low enough to the point of being mentally handicapped. I'm not saying she's a genius, but that was my point. I don't think it's low enough to where it's a handicap for her. I agree, Luna. But there's that loyal few that have followed him from day one. From Facebook to YouTube, off YouTube, on YouTube, back and forth, that are loyal followers that believe every word that he says. And it's just like, surely, to goodness, there can't be that many people that believe that. But there are. And I don't see what they get out of it. Well, he tells them that they're part of a team. He tells them that there, I would say, I know that he tells them that they're part of a team. I know that for a fact because he said it publicly. So what I assume is he's telling each person that they have a specific job to do or a specific role in that team, and it makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they're doing something. You know, that's what I think. It has to be it because if it was just somebody sitting back listening to what he said and not being pulled in with his ridiculous tales and stories and his broken sense of reality, he wouldn't have that many people hanging on like he does. Hush.
I can't believe that so many people still believe him with his nonsense. You know.
I know, and that's why I said, the only explanation that I can think of is that whole sense of being part of a team, having a specific job to do. Um,
The sense of being needed.
right.
Yeah.
Can't disappoint Ernie, whatever he needs me to do, I need to do it. I need to do my best, you know. That's what I think. That they need to be needed.
Jimbo was trying to talk a little bit about that earlier when he was on Mama T's live when he was talking about those messages with that messenger. It's me, absolutely, and I've still got screenshots of that. It's me totally with me and Jimbo especially. I think I swear I think she's got the taste of blood in her mouth. She even went as far as to say, Ernie, give us every detail that you know about them, because if something happens to you, we're going for revenge. Like our addresses and our personal information. And I was like, what in the world? That's when I went on Sarah's panel and I said, you people better realize when y'all go to making threats like that over Ernie Shell,
Yeah.
you better know that I will defend myself and my family and wherever I'm at to the fullest extent. Don't think that you could ever just walk up on me and get
I mean,
revenge.
they used to swear up and down that Kemper said he wouldn't stop till he's 6 feet under. I tell you what, I don't wish death on Ernie because something totally
Me
random
neither.
could happen.
Uh-huh.
Something totally random could happen. A freaking meteor could fall out of the sky and hit him in the head and kill him, and it would still be Jimbo's fault. And those people that are dedicated to him would come after every one of us. You
Yeah.
know
Just
that
like
that
he tried to say that Jimbo had somebody to jump him, when
yeah.
he was supposedly in the hospital or whatever. I was
I
like, why
mean,
would you do that? Have people thinking that he actually paid somebody to come to New York and jump him and beat him to where it had to put him in the hospital.
the meteor was an extreme example, but like, say he got into a car wreck, that they would blame Jimbo. Oh, Jimbo did something to the car.
Yeah.
Jimbo paid somebody to cross the center line and hit him, or
Mm-hmm.
something. So I pray every day that he doesn't die because those people are crazy and they would come after people if they thought they killed their leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's crazy to think like that, to be that obsessed over somebody that you have to think like that. I don't wish
Yeah.
death upon him neither. I wish he would. straighten up and quit going on with his nonsense. And I've always said that, even to him, to his face, personally. I've said it straight to him to
I did
stop.
too. And Mama T, I was behind in chat because I was late getting there and I was listening on 1.5. So what I was typing in chat wasn't matching up. But I told them, she was like, that it's a common trend for people that with mental illness that once they take their medicine and they start feeling better, they stop their medicine because they don't think they need it anymore. Well, what I put in chat was, he doesn't even get his medicine filled, let alone take it long enough to feel better, because he lied to me straight to my face. I hooked him up with a good doctor that was giving him good medicine, like $1,500 a month medicine, and him with no insurance. And she got him into a program that he could get it for free. And she put a lot of time and effort into that, and then he just took off to New York, got her to write him a letter for the judge, and took off.
See, that's crazy. He didn't want no help. He don't want it. I truly don't think that he's
And
got
he
that bad of a mental health problem. I truly don't. I think it's more of a show and a put on of something that he wants to be. And then when things don't go his way, it falls back to his mental health. Or when he does something wrong
yeah.
and don't got no way to lie out of it, it falls back onto his mental health.
Yeah,
I think he,
they want us to feel sorry for him, but I know good and well he don't want help. He don't want to be
uh-uh,
better.
no, nope. I'm telling you, when I asked him, was all that real? Why they act like it's all a big fake thing behind the scenes, and accusing all of us of being a part of it. I asked him flat right out, Ernie, is this real? Or do you all, have y'all got this conjured up? Do you talk to these people every day and y'all fight on purpose for content? And that was his exact words to me, is they're making me famous. And I would swear that in a court of law.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he told me. They are making me famous. And he thinks that he is. He thinks that he's famous.
That's why he jumps on every panel that he can find.
Mm-hmm.
Every every time I'm watching somebody, they're like, "Oh, Ernie's in the back," and I'm like, "What the heck?" And he hadn't been in chat. He hadn't done nothing. But if they drop that link, buddy, he's right in the back.
And he acts like it's a privilege if he comes up on your panel. That's
Yeah.
a privilege for you and your channel if he comes up on your panel.
I think that's why he likes going up on Gypsies, because she's starstruck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She sitting sad when he called her on the phone. She ran down the hallway like a little schoolgirl going, "It's Ernie, it's Ernie, it's Ernie."
You're kidding me. You're
No. And I can imagine it too. She said that she took off running down the hallway going, "It's Ernie, it's Ernie, it's Ernie."
Oh my Lord.
About
Could
threw her
you
phone and
imagine
everything.
being her husband and
I know.
to get that excited over another man calling your wife, getting that excited over another man calling her?
And then I was watching her one day and he was up on panel,
Oh,
and
shoot, Rodney.
she kept getting tongue tied. She's like, "I get so nervous when Ernie's up here, I just can't even talk."
Mm-mm.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Sorry, that's loud.
He's nothing to get that excited over, trust me.
No,
And anybody that's met him in person will tell you that.
absolutely. That's just what I was just getting ready to say, E. I was getting ready to say the same thing.
It's true.
It's crazy how loud. I'm not, close to the highway, but it's crazy how loud I guess where it's in this like holler is, well, like there's mountains around and it's down in
Yeah.
the bottom and it echoes down through here. That's crazy. Yeah, but I was going to say the same thing. They would probably have a different look on it if they seen him in real life.
If we could figure out any of his really close tigers that have left the den, we could probably figure out who he stayed with while he was on the run. Because they probably let him come and then figured out he didn't take a bath for 2 weeks and put him out.
Glad for him to go.
Yeah.
It's just, it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. It's actually scary the way some of them are. It is.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jimbo to death, but I ain't gonna chase nobody down and kill him for him. I ain't even gonna say I would do that. I'm not crazy like that.
Mm-mm. No, but I really believe some of them would.
Yeah. And they want to say we're a cult? No. What was it that they was calling him there for a while? Mr. Tiger Cult Leader, sir, or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my gosh. But before that, Mama T was calling him sir in a lot of chats. And I was like, why is she? I was like, it'd be a cold day in where before I addressed Jimbo as sir.
I think she still does, even when he's on panel. I'm like, you.
But yeah, that's weird to call somebody sir. I mean, that should be reserved for like somebody in authority or something. But they see him as being a position of authority. They think he is.
It's somebody that's earned the respect to be called sir, and he's far from it. He
It's
don't
just
he don't deserve
weird.
it. People like my dad, or men that deserve to be called sir. I just I don't understand it. Which I guess it ain't for me to understand.
No, we probably don't want to understand it, to be honest. Because then our minds would be warped like theirs are if we ever come to where we understood it. My chat has
Are
come
you
to a
there?
halt. What's everybody doing?
I thought it had to. It didn't look like it had moved. Can you hear me, E? My
Yeah,
phone rang.
yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know
No,
if
it
everybody
ain't
left
moved.
this or.
Everybody's
Mm-mm.
everybody's went to sleep on us.
So I'm just wondering if it froze up. Well, didn't Erica say she was having trouble?
Yeah, she did. Let me check on the. Oh yeah, it is. It's moving on YouTube
Yeah, it ain't
because
moving
there's
on
a whole
StreamYard.
bunch of chat. Hey Shay, sorry my chat froze up on StreamYard.
Yeah, it
I'm
sure
trying to go
has.
back. It's working on my YouTube, but it's froze up on my StreamYard.
Let me kick myself off A and see if that does anything.
All right. I'm just trying to get caught up in the chat, guys. Bear with me for just a moment. That's true, Bama. The attention that he's given her is probably the most positive male attention that she's ever had, and that is sad. Oh no, Nana Kim, I hope you got off if your husband said he was going to pack your bags. Don't talk about it, be about it. Oh, you guys are so funny. You ain't no sissy Lala. Oh, I didn't hear that, Erica. She tried to say he wouldn't have mental illness if it wasn't for Jimbo and Shelby. Okay, because you can just give somebody mental illness. Like, here you go. Hey, Stormy Skies. Good to see you. Sorry it took me so long to say, hey, my chat was froze up in StreamYard. I had to come over here to YouTube. Usually the other way around. The five, hush, the five phone holders he wears on his belt is hot. Yeah, I hadn't seen somebody wear one of those in years until I started seeing all those pictures of him with one on. Hush. My son's home, guys. I'm going to mute for just a second because he's going to come in and these dogs are going to go crazy. You can come back up if you want to, Leslie or anybody. I've got the link pinned at the top. If anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. Okay, they're being kind of quiet right now, so I'll just wait till they start going crazy. I hate that my chat in StreamYard is messed up. I'm going to have to stay over here in YouTube. Hey, that girl 77. Glad to have you. What does it do if I refresh my StreamYard page? Does anybody know? Will it kick me off? Yeah, it's froze completely up in StreamYard. Like my timer's still running, but I don't think my viewer count is right. It's just showing 7, and it looks like there's more than 7 in here. And the chat is just completely stopped. Hey, Penny Positive, thank you for coming. I appreciate your support. I just don't know what it would do if I refreshed that page. Hey, Daisy Joe, you're fine. Go ahead and make that video. I know, Jimbo, but my YouTube page is working just fine. That's what I'm on right now, reading chat. It's StreamYard that's frozen. Do you know what it would do, Jimbo, if I hit refresh on the StreamYard page? Will it kick me off? I guess somebody else is live right now. Maybe that's why I don't have many people in here. Your Discord has been freezing up. See, even back when a lot of people were having troubles, they said with Discord, I've never had any problems with Discord. I use it on my laptop and on my phone, both, and I've never had any problems with either one. Wow, that's low for rap. 27 in chat. I definitely need watch hours. If you want to play one of my videos and loop it, that would be awesome. Or if you don't want to listen to me talk, you're listening to somebody else, just put it on loop and put it on mute, and that works too. If I could get everybody to do that, that would be awesome. Just loop it and mute it. And just let it play in the background, especially if you're on a computer. It's really easy to do. I know on phone, you can pretty much just play one video at a time. But on a laptop or on a computer, you can open multiple tabs. So just put it on loop and put it on mute, and then you can still open a new tab and watch whoever you want to watch. That's okay, Nana Kim. I've done that to people before too. I tell them I'm going to do it, and then I do it once or twice, and I forget. But I'm going to start. Oh, thank you, Stormy Skies. I appreciate that. Yeah, just like she suggested, make a playlist with all the videos, put them on loop, and just mute it, and it could play and play and play in the background. But I'm going to start doing more lives, try to get more traffic through here, and I just hate that I don't have a topic really. But I just figure we can hang out, chat about whatever anybody wants to chat about. I kind of started it to talk about the whole cancer process, but there's only so much you can say about that, and that's kind of a downer. So, nobody wants to go into a live every other day when they're all they talk about is cancer. I know I wouldn't. Um, I haven't. Everybody knows I haven't. That's basically all there is to it. um, so once you hit that wall and you've said all you can say about your illness, then you're like, okay, what do I talk about now? Um, but I think I'll fall into a groove. I think it'll get easier. Um, like I said, I'm always gonna do well as of right now. I'm always gonna do open panel. If anybody wants to come up and chat with me, it does make me feel more comfortable. I know a lot of people don't like, especially if you don't have a channel and it's not really your thing. I know, I understand that. Um, oh goodness, Queen Ashley, that's fine. No big deal. We just kind of talking about these idiots around here and stuff like that. I hope everything's okay at your work. Yeah, that's what I think, Luna, that it'll come easier. It'll become easier the more that I do it. To me, right now, it feels odd just sitting here talking to the computer, but I think I'll get more used to it. And Nana Kim, I don't really, I don't really have any hobbies. And like current events, I don't have cable, so I don't like keep up with celebrities anymore or the news or anything like that. Basically, true crime. That's what I do 24/7 is watch true crime. If I'm not, if nobody's on acting a fool on YouTube, I'll go watch true crime videos. Um, Jasmine Noor, I really like her. She's been doing a lot of shows about cults lately, which kind of fits in with what's going on around here. Everybody calling everybody a cult. Um, so that's what I like to do. But I'm afraid to kind of react to their videos because they're really big creators, and I don't want to get myself in hot water with YouTube. I know that as long as you give commentary and things like that, I need to look more into the copyright rules and things like that before I start providing commentary and going over people's videos, because like I said, with these large channels, they got people that do that behind the scenes. Not necessarily them. They got teams of people that watch out for that, and I just don't want none of that. Old Appalachian stories. That might be interesting. I mean, I don't know any off the top of my head, but maybe I could share screen and we could look up some, not necessarily videos, but maybe some articles or something like that. Um, how does anybody know how the copyright situation works with printed material? I understand with videos. I did a little bit about the blue people. I did a video about unique medical situations or medical things, and I read a little bit about the blue people. Um, but like I was saying with video, I know that you have to stop every so often, give commentary, be transformative, things like that. But are there rules like that for printed material? Or is it pretty much open season? Does anybody know? Because, a lot of those articles, they're written by somebody and some of them may be copyrighted. I, I don't even know. I know there's like a little C with a circle around it, but I don't even know how you would know if a certain piece or article or whatever was okay, Ashley. I appreciate that. Because, like I said, I don't even know how to tell if if what I'm looking at has been copyrighted or not. Um, because I would assume if it's an article they wrote specifically for the internet that they wouldn't copyright it. But if it like came from a book or something like that, then it may be copyrighted material. So I just don't know. Oh, that's awesome, Luna. I would love that. Um, I'll let you know. Yeah, I need to start doing research during the day, and because I want to have a little bit of knowledge about what I'm talking about, unlike some creators that we all know. And I don't want to have to depend on my chat to give me all my facts when it's my story to tell. So I may look into that, some maybe folklore, Appalachian folklore. Um, old wives' tales, things like that. Yeah, would you be interested in doing something like that, Luna? Like old wives' tales and things like that? She just got me thinking when she suggested Appalachian stuff. Because I don't want to jump into something that's too long. I want something that's, broken down into smaller pieces so we can discuss several different things in one show. Um, so I think that would be fun, looking into some old wives' tales, where they came from, where they originated, how they came to be, things like that. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Hey, Dodie. You think that sounds fun too? I do too. And then we could do a show on folklore. That would be fun. The feral people of Appalachia. Let me write that down. I had an ink pen just a few minutes ago, and of course, it's gone. I'll take a picture of it with my phone because I'll never remember it. The feral people of Appalachia. Whoops, I clicked on something I almost. I'll have to look into that, Erica. I've never heard about that I can recall. Native American stories and folklore. Oh, these are stories that you just know. That would be cool. Yeah. I would love to have you on to tell us about those stories. Yeah, that would be fun. Pioneer beauty secrets. That's cool. But I did read an article one time um, about sayings. Like it was telling where saying how some sayings got originated and how they came to be, and I thought it was interesting. You never know if it's really true or not, but it was interesting. It kept me um, interested throughout the whole article. So Bigfoot's cool. I think you guys have just given me a whole direction for my channel. And it still matches with my name, E Squared's Journey. Instead of meaning my journey through cancer, it can be our journey that we take through Appalachia, or our journey that we take through folklore, whether it whichever culture it may be. Every culture has its own folklore. I'm I'm just trying to fill time until the stand goes live. They're going on at 11:05. That's true, Luna. You can have your own channel. You can do anything you want. I was just having trouble figuring out what that thing was, because, like I said, I don't have a lot of hobbies or interests or, other than true crime, and there's tons of that. You just get lost in there because there's so many big creators that got started way earlier. How would I go about finding those people, Nana Kim? I'm just kind of trying to brainstorm with you. I'm not asking you for an exact answer. You may or may not know, but what do you think? I mean, you can't just go on Facebook and look up Appalachian people, I mean, I just wonder how I could find those people. I need to look for, and I need to ask my dad. He's from deep Appalachia, where they lived in shacks that belonged to their great, 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 great grandmothers and grandfathers. They pass them down to their children and things like that. But there was a documentary. It's kind of like the Wild Whites, if you ever heard of them, but it's not scripted or anything. It was a documentary where they went deep into Appalachia and interviewed these people and stayed for like a few days or a week or something. And yeah, but this community, I wouldn't consider this Appalachia where I am. This is not. Um, this is more commercialized than you think it is, where I live. I can't remember. I think they were the Bowlings. I think Bowling was their last name, maybe. Um, that's what I need to do. I need to go through Softwhite Underbelly's channel, and not that I'm copying him or anything, but just to kind of get a feel of what it is. But I need to find that documentary. Let's see. Oh, it's called American Hollow. It's from 1999. I believe this is it. It says the film tells the tale of a close knit Appalachian family that has changed very little in the last 100 years. What I wouldn't give to be able to get a hold of those people. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Whitakers. They're too recent. This one is from 1999. It's called American Hollow, or Holler is what we would say. It's an hour and 28 minutes long. I need to watch it again. I haven't watched it in years. Yeah, the Whitakers are too new. This is an old movie. But like it says, their living style and living conditions have changed very little in the last 100 years. So who knows if they even have phones or internet or anything like that. No, I would have to go. Probably, like I said, I would consider where my dad grew up, like the edge of Appalachia. And that's probably an hour and a half, 2 hours from me. That's where if you live there, it takes you an hour. Trip to Walmart is a full day trip. It takes like an hour and a half to go to Walmart. Um, they do their grocery shopping once a month. I mean, they'll go to the register with like 3 carts full of food. Um, because it's such a big undertaking that they have to get it all at once. So I remember having family, not immediate family, but I remember having second, third cousins, things like that, great aunts, great uncles that lived that way. Um, Outhouses. I'm just 40, so I remember outhouses. My grandpa was a pastor at a church, and he had outhouses at his church for as long as I can remember. It is a simple life. They're not just running out to town every day, and this and that. Like I said, they go out, except for going and maybe visiting with their neighbors or going to a little community center that may be doing some kind of giveaway or something. Um, but other than that, they go out once a month. They get everything they need for the whole month, and that's it. Yeah, plumbing is a fabulous thing, Penny. Yes, especially when you have to go out after dark. Oh, yes. This is going to sound gross, but at my let's see, it was my second cousin's grandmother. We used to go there and stay all night, and she didn't have indoor plumbing. And because the kids would not go out after dark, or she didn't want us to because of wild animals and stuff, we would have buckets that we would use during the night, and then they would be thrown out in the morning. I mean, it was that backwoods. And you'd get up in the morning, and that kitchen table would be so full of food that you couldn't even sit at the table to eat because there was so much food. on there. All the cousins would be there, all the family, anybody in the holler, that stopped by. Are you hungry? That my aunt, I had an aunt, she lived up in this holler, my dad's sister. And that's the first thing she'd ask. Have you eat? Are you hungry? Every time you walked in the door, and no matter how many times you told her, I'm fine, I'm fine, she would not quit until you let her make you something. And and that's the truth. Oh, that's okay, Alabama girl. It kind of took us a while to get going, but we're talking about the Appalachian people and how people lived and still live in some areas out here. Yeah, now I don't remember like washboards in the creek or anything, but I do remember the ringer washers. Um, I'll tell you what we did to my cousin once. We had a cousin that was quite a bit older than us, and me and my cousin that's about 2 years younger than me would stay all night with her all the time. And she was married and had kids, so she had her own house. But we would stay all night with her all the time, and she used a ringer washer. So that meant once the clothes were washed and run through the ringer, you had to hang them on the line to dry. Well, she told us, she gave us the basket of clothes and said, go hang these on the line to dry. And her line just happened to be stretched all the way across her front lawn. We found a pair of her bloomers, I'll call them, and we stretched them. I grabbed one end, and my other cousin, grabbed the other end. We stretched them as far as we could stretch them and put them clothespins on them to hold them. And we didn't say a word. We just hung the rest of them regular, and went on about our day. Well, she goes out there to check to see if they're dry and take them down, and she sees what we have done, and she chased us all around that yard. She said, I can't believe it. She said, people have been driving up and down this holler all day. She said, I can't believe you done that. And we just thought it was hilarious. Oh, gosh. I think about that all the time, what we done. Because she wasn't a real big woman or anything, but we stretched them as far as we could stretch them and put them clothespins on them. And it was hilarious. We thought it was hilarious. She didn't think it was very funny at all, but we thought it was hilarious. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, people, just because you're poor don't mean you're nasty, or don't mean, that you're not happy. Um, she used that ringer washer for years. I mean, even after regular washers and dryers had come out, because she said, this works just fine. Why go spend all that money and buy that ringer wash or regular washer and dryer when this works just fine? I'm gonna check and see, because I think yep, Jimbo's still scheduled for 11:05, and it's 11:05. So I guess we'll get off here, guys. And I might try to come back on tomorrow night, now that we got stuff that we can talk about it just took me a little while to get going and feel comfortable. But I appreciate you all being here. And I'll see you over at the stand. Love y'all.